Hello, traders. FX Pip Collector here. Today is Sunday, June 15th, and this is my full top-down analysis for the pound US dollar. If you haven't done so yet, definitely do check out my free Discord group, which is linked out here in the corner at the end of the video. And make sure to take a look at my website, fxpipcollector.com. Watch the video on my home screen to learn more. So anyways, on the Aussie dollar monthly time frame, like I always say, I don't really care if you are trading on the very short time frame, like the minute time frames. You definitely need to do a full top-down analysis at least once a week. It's extremely important for your primary direction. So on the monthly time frame, on the pound dollar, we got what is very clearly to me an impulsive move up, most likely a wave A. I think this is also very clearly a corrective move down with a lower high, so that's a lower high wave B. More than likely, that tells us that we're looking at an expanding flat for a wave C. The good thing about flats is that you can come up with some really good targets because a wave C of a flat is very predictable if you know anything about Elliot wave. So more than likely, we are in a uptrend right now. It's probably not even remotely close to being over on the monthly time frame. I would expect us to go up to probably someplace around the 1.5 area over the next year or so, making a wave C of an expanding ABC correction. Most likely, we are in a wave 3 of this wave C right now. So that is very important because even if you do see a break to the downside on like the 4-hour time frame and below, you need to assume that that break to the downside is likely nothing more than a pullback to the uptrend. So definitely very important for primary direction. Going down to the weekly time frame, this ever since we ended this pullback right here, this is definitely all higher highs, higher lows. There's no break of structure, no engulfing move to the downside, no reason whatsoever to think that this move up is complete. Going down to the daily time frame, now, this is why I always say just because you see 5 waves doesn't mean that the trend is over. We had almost a perfect 5 waves right there. Then what happened is it made another pullback to the last wave up, and then it just kept on trending. So, like I said, there's no reason to think that this trend is over. We do not have a Fibonacci bounce. We do not have a break of structure down. We do not have an engulfing move to the downside. There's really no reason whatsoever to do anything but look for longs on the sort of time frames. Now, going down to the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we did have a pullback recently, which I think if we go down to the 1-hour time frame, we can see pretty clearly that this is 1, 2, 3 waves up. When you see impulsive down and then 3 waves up with a new high and then impulsive down again, you're almost definitely looking at like an irregular ABC correction or possibly an expanding flat type thing. And most likely, this last move down is a wave C. Nice 61% fib bounce. Nice break of structure to the upside. I think there's a very good likelihood this correction is already over. And I think there's a very good likelihood that we will be making higher highs, higher lows, potentially continuing this very high time frame uptrend. So we are definitely primarily still looking for longs in an uptrend for potentially the continuation of the very high time frames. So anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading.